I nip my allergy symptoms in the bud.
Omneris. Ask your doctor. Battling nasal allergy symptoms? Omneris combats the cause. Get Omneris for only $11 at omneris.com.
A split second can turn everyday people into extraordinary heroes.
We had to move quickly.
A split second. Just enough time to change lives forever. Storm Stories. Next on the Weather Channel. Primed for excitement.
May 4th, 2007. It's just before 10 p.m. and an EF5 tornado, the most severe kind, is bearing down on Greensburg, Kansas. Inside a first-floor closet, Kelsey Schroth clutches her 9-month-old son, Jaden, trying to shield him from the ear-popping intensity.
All I could concentrate was just holding on to Jaden. You could actually feel yourself moving. You know, you're sitting still, but, you know, something's moving you. And everything started falling on top of us. All I remember hearing is me screaming and Jaden screaming.
A few minutes earlier, Kelsey had tried in vain to leave her house and run across the yard to her neighbors, the McKinneys. But the wind and air pressure put such forces on the door that she couldn't get it open, and she and Jaden were forced to stay put. Next door, Dennis and Lindy McKinney braced themselves in the basement bathroom. He's terrified Kelsey and Jaden are stranded outside.
Got in the bathtub, and of course I was frantic because I felt like I had failed. You know, I felt like, you know, I'd left them out there in that storm.
And my dad, I remember the urgency in his voice when he said, you know, I waited as long as I could. I couldn't wait any longer.
She put her hand on my arm and said, well, let's start praying for him right now.
The funnel has morphed into a massive wedge veiled by rain, hail, and darkness. Eyewitnesses say not even lightning allows them a glimpse of the entire tornado at once. It's simply too wide. And its force has just muscled Chris Koss's truck off the road.
I literally got blown off the road into the ditch. Remember the side of the tires hitting the ridge, and I never let off the gas. I never let off the gas. Down the ditch I went.
Chris draws on his old skills as a long-haul trucker to drive with the 60-mile-an-hour winds. He angles across a field and climbs back up onto a neighboring road, never losing speed.
Chopper is on the floorboard. He doesn't know what's going on, and by some miracle, you know, we stayed on our tires and we just kept going.
The twister plows through Greensburg with the force of a high-speed train. At nearly 2 miles across, the tornado is nearly as wide as the town itself. And Chris and Kelsey's house and the McKinneys sit in its direct path.
It just seemed like it would never end. And it finally kind of quieted down. And our first thoughts were, you know, we have to see if Kelsey and the baby are okay, see if Jaden's okay. We went to the base of the stairs, and there's a lot of debris that had fallen down the stairway. And so my dad went ahead of me and kind of helped pick a pathway. I remember seeing a lightning flash, and I hadn't left what used to be my house yet. And I just kind of put my hood up, and I just followed behind my dad. I remember having to jump down where the glass windows used to be, and I thought, this is not good.
The tornado has mown over the house. Only the basement remains partially intact. When Lindy and Dennis ascend the basement stairs, they emerge directly into the elements.
It's interesting to look up the stairway from the basement, and there's no wall or door there anymore, and you're seeing the rain blow by and debris blow by. It's an interesting sight, unexpected sight.
Sadly, the destruction has not stopped at the McKinney's doorstep. In just 10 minutes, the storm has leveled all but 2 buildings in this 125-year-old town. 30 yards away, an anxious Kelsey Schroth lays buried under the rubble, gripping her 9-month-old son. Baby Jaden has gone silent, but the tomb-like space is too dark to see his injuries.
After it had passed, I was actually on my side with him in my right arm and me holding the house off of him with my left arm. I didn't realize what was going on or what was on top of us, and all that kept running through my mind is, how are we gonna get out of here? does anybody know I'm here? And I tried to start pushing, not knowing how much was there or what I was actually holding up.
We went over to their house, where their house had been. It was a nice brick home, and it was all gone, just gone. And I thought they were dead. And we went over, there was a pile of rubble about 3 or 4 feet high towards the north side of their house. I just couldn't imagine anybody was left. And I called out, and this voice came from in the rubble and said, "Please get us out of here, I have my baby here."
I started hollering for them, and then they found where we were.
And so we started digging. Lindy held the lights.
I could hear things moving above us, and I seen a hand come down and touch Jaden's leg.
And we pulled some things off, and pretty soon there's a little pair of legs sticking out.
There's nothing left of the house but this pile, and they pull a baby out from under this pile. And they handed him to me, and he's cold.
There's something red running down his back. That's what caught my eye, and I thought he was bleeding.
But they don't have time to check where the blood is coming from. Jaden's mom, Kelsey, is still trapped in the rubble.
And then we did some more digging, got his mom out, and she's bruised up, but not a cut, no bleeding, nothing.
First thing I asked was, is Jaden okay?
Somebody said take him to the hospital to make sure they're okay. We didn't realize that there was no hospital.
Lately, we've been looking for faucets in all these designer home magazines.
Look at that one.
Oh, wow.
Am I right?
That looks pricey.
So we went to Lowe's, and that's what we heard Sarah say.
Nobody beats our prices.
Music to my ears.
Well, that's why at Lowe's we sell more Kohler, Moen, and Delta than any national retailer. And of course, nobody beats our prices. Nobody.
I love that.
Experience. Lowe's. Let's build something together. Through March 14th, save up to $400 instantly on products for your next bathroom update. You know, when I grow up, I'm going to own my own restaurant. I want to be a volunteer firefighter.
When I grow up, I want to write a novel.
I want to go on a road trip.
When I grow up, I'm going to go there.
I'm going to work with kids.
I want to fix up old houses.
At AARP, we believe you're never done growing.
I want to fall in love again.
Together, we can discover the best of what's next at AARP.org.
A split second can turn everyday people into extraordinary heroes.
We had to move quickly.
A split second, just enough time to change lives forever. Storm Stories, next on the Weather Channel, primed for excitement.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Do you have breathing problems like asthma, chronic bronchitis, emphysema, or COPD? Then you may qualify for Medicare coverage of your respiratory medications. To see if you qualify, call Med4Home. Med4Home is a specialty pharmacy. They offer a wide variety of respiratory medications, which may be covered under your Medicare Part B benefits. Let Med4Home's team of experts work for you. They'll work directly with your doctor. They'll deliver right to your home and call you monthly for refills and to see how you're doing. Best of all, they'll handle the Medicare paperwork for you. It's so easy. And if you have supplemental insurance, there may be little or no out-of-pocket expense. Let Med4Home's team of experts work for you. Call Med4Home now to see if you qualify. For more information, call 1-800-914-0998. That's 1-800-914-0998.
An EF5 tornado has just burrowed through 28 miles of southern Kansas. Its 200-mile-an-hour winds taking most of the town of Greensburg with it. In its wake, the residents begin emerging into the night to begin searching for family and neighbors. Among them are Dennis and Lindy McKinney, who have pulled their next-door neighbor, Kelsey Schroth, and her 9-month-old son, Jaden, from the ruins of a walk-in closet.
Somebody said that they had to pull the bathtub off of us.
Dennis is relieved to find mother and son alive. But at first, he thinks Jaden might be seriously injured.
There's something red running down his back. That's what caught my eye, and I thought he was bleeding.
But on second glance, Dennis learns it's not blood.
We looked him over and we realized he had been doused with automatic transmission fluid, red automatic transmission fluid.
My car flew from the garage over me and Jaden and landed in the field behind our house.
So that's how close it came.
The temperature has fallen off quickly in the wake of the storm before going off in search of others who need help. the McKinneys help Kelsey and Jaden to a friend's vehicle out of the cold.
I can remember not having enough energy to carry Jaden. They had to carry Jaden for me. My arms felt like jello, and now I was worried about Chris because he was just on the highway.
Meanwhile, Chris is frantically driving home to see if Jaden and Kelsey have survived the tornado.
I was running over telephone poles, all the electric lines, and the only thing I could think of is, please let them be all right.
Chris gets within a block of their driveway when the street becomes impassable. He pulls over, hops out, and sprints the rest of the way home. His dog Chopper in tow. Kelsey spies him from the truck.
I didn't know if that was Chopper, if I was just, seeing things. I could have swore that was my dog.
And as we were running, getting closer, I heard Kelsey scream. She screamed for Chopper.
Then I seen Chris right behind him, and another big relief came over me.
We sat there, held each other for a little bit. They were okay, not even injured. Kelsey was strong. She held on to him, didn't let him go.
Chris, Kelsey, and the McKinneys are overjoyed their families aren't hurt, but they have lost almost everything in the tornado. As day breaks and Greensburg's 1,500 residents can actually see the staggering extent of the damage, both families discover their losses are sadly all too common.
Something you never envisioned before. To the level of destruction, the whole town smelled like a lumber yard, kind of. You could smell all that wood. It had been ripped apart.
Moose Temptations by Jell-O. 4 decadent flavors, 60 calories. It's me o'clock. Time for Jell-O.
Fresh.
Feeling fresh enough to last through my parents' cocktail party?
That's where we're going?
Feel fresh up to 5 times longer with Scope Outlast.
Still feeling fresh?
Oh, yeah.
What will you outlast?
Here they come. All the new tech products you need. And they're all looking for the same thing. The one place that makes technology easy. Staples. With highly trained tech experts and expanded tech centers, Staples makes finding the right technology just the way you want it. Easy. Easy to buy, easy to fix, easy to save. Staples. That was easy.
My mother froze everything. I was 18 years old before I had my first fresh bun. The invention that I came up with is the Hot Dog Easy Bun Steamer. Steam is the key to a great hot dog. I knew it was going to be a success. The invention was so simple that I knew I needed to protect it. My name is Chris Chute, and I got my patent, trademark, and LLC on LegalZoom.
We created LegalZoom to help people start their business and launch their dreams. Go to LegalZoom today and make your business dream a reality. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
The seasons change, but we still may suffer from nasal allergy symptoms. They can hit you year-round, indoors or out. Oh, to have relief. Prescription Nasonex is clinically proven to help relieve nasal allergy symptoms, including congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing.
Side effects may include headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing. Infections of the nose and throat and eye problems, including glaucoma or cataracts, may occur. Have regular eye exams. Slow wound healing may occur, so do not use Nasonex until your nose has healed from any sore, surgery, or injury. Nasonex can increase your risk of getting infections. Avoid contact with infections like chickenpox or measles while using Nasonex.
It does not come in generic form. Ask your doctor if Nasonex is right for you.
May 5th, 2007. Greensburg, Kansas is reeling from an EF5 tornado. The storm has demolished 95% of the town's buildings and taken 10 lives. Crumbled homes, crushed vehicles. The pattern of destruction seems bewildering.
I found my purse. It was open, but I still had some money in it.
Smaller things were left, the biggest things were gone. So I still don't understand.
In the following days, a veritable army descends on Greensburg to assist the cleanup. It will take a long time for Greensburg to heal and rebuild, but residents have proven a town's spirit survives, even after its buildings have fallen.
The home is more than a house, and the community is more than a set of buildings.
For the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantore.
Show.